everyone and welcome back. In this part of our discussion on honey spot, we will examine the key themes including racial tension, cultural identity, connection to the land and the moral clarity of children. And then we will explore the central characters, Tim, Peggy, Ranger and Mother. And we will see that how Davis used their interactions to critique prejudice, highlight indigenous cultural knowledge, and envision the possibility of reconciliation. Let's move to the character analysis. Jake Davis's Honey Spot constructs its central themes not only on individuals, but as symbolic figures representing broader social, racial, and cultural dynamics in Australia. Through Tim, Peggy, Ranger, and Mother, Davis examines issues of prejudice, cultural tension, generational conflict, and the potential for reconciliation. Each character embodies a distinct worldview, and their interactions collectively illuminate the play's critique of colonial attitude, systemic racism, and cross-cultural misunderstanding. First, let's talk about Tim, a symbol of indigenous identity and cultural knowledge. Tim, the young Aboriginal boy, is the heart of the play and the primary vehicle through which Davis critiques colonial stereotypes about Indigenous people. He is portrayed as intelligent, humorous, resourceful, and deeply connected to his culture and the land. A custodian of cultural knowledge. Tim serves as a custodian for Indigenous cultural practices. His explanations of the honey spot to Peggy, "It's a special place, our place." It reflects his spiritual and emotional connection to the land, a connection rooted in ancestral tradition. His dance performances and storytelling further highlights how culture is transmitted through embodied practice rather than the text. Tim challenges the racist assumptions placed upon him by non-Indigenous adults. When the ranger immediately suspects him of mischief, Tim retorts, "You always think it's us?" exposes the everyday profiling that Aboriginal communities endure. He refuses to internalize this prejudice. Instead, Davis portrays him as an assertive and dignified student. Next is catalyst for change. Tim's friendship with Peggy becomes an important catalyst for the ranger's gradual shift in perspective. Tim is not passive, he teaches, negotiates, and corrects misunderstandings, making him a central agent of reconciliation in the play. Tim represents the complexities and vitality of Aboriginal youth, resistant, proud, and culturally rooted. Through him, Davis dismantles colonial narratives that depict Indigenous children as troublesome or inferior, replacing them with a portrait of agency and depth. Let's move to the character of Peggy, a bridge between cultures and a symbol of generational transformation. Peggy, a non-Indigenous girl, symbolizes the younger generation's potential to unlearn inherited prejudice and embrace cultural understanding. Through her, Davis demonstrates that racism is not innate, but it is taught, and therefore can be dismantled. At the beginning, Peggy is curious uninformed about Tim's world. Her questions, sometimes naive, serve as entry points for the audience to learn about Indigenous culture. Importantly, she approaches Tim with respect rather than superiority. Peggy does more than befriend Tim, she defends him. When she confronts her father about his treatment to Tim, "It wasn't him, Dad, you never listen." She challenges adult authority on moral grounds. Her growing understanding of Tim's culture enables her to interrogate her own upbringing. Peggy symbolizes what reconciliation requires: openness, empathy, and willingness to cross cultural boundaries. Her journey shows that racism is a product of adult conditioning, not of childhood essence. Peggy functions as the dramatic counterpoint to her father's prejudice. She embodies hope that future generations may build intercultural relationships based on understanding rather than on bias. The character of Ranger, the representative of colonial authority, prejudice, and institutional power. The Ranger is the most complex adult character in the play. He embodies the structural racism embedded in Australian institutions, practically in policing and land management, which disproportionately target Indigenous communities. The Ranger constantly suspects Tim for wrongdoings. His accusatory tone, "that boy is always hanging around here," reveals not only personal prejudice but a wider social mentality that criminalizes Aboriginal youth. His role as a ranger, an authoritative figure who regulates the land, contrasts sharply with Tim's culturally rooted custodianship of country. This conflict symbolizes the broader colonial contest over land ownership and meaning. The ranger's reluctance to understand the indigenous culture stems from unfamiliarity rather than malice. His discomfort when Tim performs cultural dances or speaks about the honey spot signals a deeper anxiety about indigenous presence and sovereignty. Importantly, Davis does not portray the ranger as irredeemably racist. Peggy's influence and Tim's respectful behavior lead him to reassess his assumptions. His eventual acceptance of Tim, seen when he allows Peggy to spend more time with him and listens to her demand, reflects a shift towards reconciliation. The Ranger is a critique of the colonial state, its suspicion, surveillance, and authority. But Davis also reveals that individuals within such system can change. His character illustrates both the damage and the possibility of transformation within institutional framework. The character of Mother, the quiet strength of Indigenous community and cultural continuity. Mother, or Guardian, is a comparatively minor but symbolically significant character. She represents Aboriginal womanhood, community stability, and the transmission of cultural strength. A voice of cultural pride, Mother encourages Tim's involvement in cultural activities and protects his dignity when outsiders undermine him. Her comment, "he knows the land better than any of you," asserts that Indigenous expertise against colonial doubt. Her claim, calm yet a firm presence, contrasts with the ranger's suspicion. She does not respond to prejudice with anger, but with confidence in her cultural grounding. In many Aboriginal cultures, women play central roles in spiritual and communal life. Mother embodies this continuity, guiding Tim with resilience and care. Although less prominent, Mother anchors the play's cultural landscape. Her presence ensures that Tim's identity is supported by family and tradition, reinforcing that cultural resilience is not individual but communal. The characters in Honey Spot are carefully crafted to represent different social forces within Australian society: colonial authority, Indigenous resilience, cultural misunderstanding, and intergenerational hope. Together, they dramatize the tensions and possibilities of cross-cultural relationship. Let's talk about the themes. Jake Davis' Honey Spot, written through the perspective of a young audience, employs the simplicity of childhood interactions to eliminate complex social, cultural, and political issues in Australia. Through developing the friendship between Tim and Peggy, Davis critiques entrenched racial tensions, interrogates cultural identity, and foregrounds the spiritual relationship that Indigenous communities have with the land. The play uses humor, childhood innocence, and familiar domestic settings to make these issues accessible without diminishing their seriousness. Number first theme is racial tension, prejudice, and the possibility of reconciliation. Racial conflict forms a central tension in the play, particularly embodied in the attitudes of the ranger who openly questions Tim's behavior and background. His earliest suspicion that he assumes Tim must be responsible for local disturbance and reveals the internalized stereotypes that inform many adult perceptions of the indigenous youth. Tim retorts, "You always think it's us?" Foregrounds the everyday burden of racial profiling that indigenous children experience. In contrast, Tim and Peggy's friendship become a symbolic site of reconciliation. Unlike the adults, their interactions are free of racial bias. Peggy treats Tim as an equal and is eager to understand the world. Their growing bond challenges the prejudiced assumptions of the adult characters. Peggy's willingness to confront her father, particularly when she defends Tim and criticizes the ranger's dismissive attitudes, signals generational change and the potential for dismantling inherited biases. Number 2 is cultural identity and indigenous knowledge. Davis foregrounds indigenous cultural identity through Tim's stories, dances, and his connection to community knowledge. These cultural expressions serves as act of resistance against attitudes. When Tim shares elements of Aboriginal culture with Peggy, such as the significance of the honey spot, he becomes an educator, reversing the traditional colonial flow of knowledge. The use of performance like dance, gesture, and oral storytelling reflects the importance of non-written cultural transmission in Aboriginal societies. Peggy's fascination with Tim's cultural practices underscores how understanding can occur across cultural boundaries when approached with openness rather than with prejudice. Connection to the land, spirituality, custodianship, and conservation. The play's title itself foregrounds the land's importance. The honey spot is more than a physical location. It is a site embodied with cultural and spiritual meaning for Tim and for his community. Tim's words describing it as a special place, our place, articulate the profound custodial relationship Indigenous people maintain with the natural environment. This spiritual and ancestral connection contrasts sharply with the ranger's utilitarian approach. For him, the bush is a site to be controlled, regulated, and protected through administrative authority rather than understood through lived experiences. This juxtaposition reflects the broader conflict between indigenous land ethics and colonial land management systems, raising issues related to environmental stewardship, land rights, and cultural ownership. The innocence, wisdom, and moral clarity of children. Davis positions children as bearers of moral clarity, untainted by the prejudices that shape adult behavior. Tim and Peggy's unwillingness to collaborate, share knowledge, and challenge unfair assumptions highlight how bias is learned rather than innate. Their friendship functions as a critique of adult society, suggesting that reconciliation requires the unlearning of inherited prejudices. Peggy's transformation from unfamiliarity to genuine respect for indigenous culture illustrate the potential for societal change when empathy and understanding replace prejudice. Their dialogue, often marked by curiosity rather than suspicion, stands in sharp contrast to adult discourse loaded with judgment and fear. That is all for today. Thank you so much. I will see you in the next lecture. Allah Hafiz.